from beautiful Oriole Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for Baltimore, Clay Holmes. What do you look for here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Just about ready to roll. Here's Matt Chapman. And that's fouled off. Holmes, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2011. Swings through that.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle 2 strikes.
Got him. 1 out.
Second, first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Oh, great stop. To first. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. That one pushed foul. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Oh, 0-2 now. In the air, right field. And that'll do it.
This sound like Stevie put ribbons in the sky, put them high, shatter glass ceiling, sprinkle piece of the pie. All rise, all lies, vehemently scrutinized.
Back here in Baltimore, and now here's the starter for San Francisco, Landon Root. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, last time out, he's only able to complete 4 innings, but really battled. Didn't have his best stuff. I look for him to be better in this one.
Jackson Holliday digs in now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
No. Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed.
And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Runner on the go. Tap foul at the plate. The 0-1. There's a strike at the knees. In the dirt, it scoots away to second. Safe, he beats it. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Man at second. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. That's to third, and it stays fair. Holiday headed for the plate. He will score, and the Orioles take the lead. And he'll pull into second safely.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Pete Alonso in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And the 1-0.
Ball, no.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the second game of the series. And that one is downstairs. 3-1 now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Too low.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And caught on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. Here's Adley Rutschman.
How many times have we seen an early at bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
Foul ball there. Two on, 1 out. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. The 1-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple of runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
The 2-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2-2 on the way. Hit weakly on the ground towards second. Good feed. That's one. Over to first. Safe. And a foul ball. Swings through that one for strike 2. Swings and misses. 3rd out. Second inning set to go. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Willie Adames. Adames went deep in his most recent game.
Ball.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Two. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Three-two. Payoff pitch. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Josh Rowe.
And that one got a piece of him.
Batting sixth, left fielder.
One down. Here's Elliot Ramos. Now quick throw to first. Low. Back in on a dive. Check swing called strike. And it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2.
Ball.
In the dirt. Man at first, one away. And that skips in the dirt.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And that's the strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Bryce Eldridge.
Ball.
Eldridge wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. Low off of first with 2 away. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. That hits the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The 2-2. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now at Oriole Park, and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Ripped, but it curls foul. The 0-1. In the air to left center. Lee has a beat on it. And there's one down.
Batting eighth, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
First pitch swinging. There's a strike. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. And ball one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And look out. As that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Man at first with 1 gone. This is Willie Castro. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Second baseman, Jackson Holiday.
Ball 1.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat. Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground, right side. Devers to Adames. That's 1. Double play.
Out.
What a twin killing to end the inning. Back here in Baltimore and digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. That one outside. Ball 1. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Batting 9th, catcher, Jake Rogers.
Oi.
Here comes the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Holiday should have this one. 2 down. Back to the leadoff spot of the Giants lineup. Now it's Matt Chapman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one's in there. Strike 1. And
No, that's
1.
a ball.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
Two down, nobody on. That misses the zone. 2-2. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. That ends the frame. now at Oriole Park. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. Outside with a breaking ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one in the dirt, and now 3-0.
Ha!
Center field. Lee under this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
High!
On the ground to third. Slings to first in time. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Ball inside.
The 1-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
The 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 2-2. Stays alive. This to third. Chapman fires over to first, and that is that. All set for the start of the inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Rafael Devers.
Well, these Giants, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 1-0. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Adames takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And the 1-0.
He rides.
Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That one found hard the other way. And that one ripped to left. Brings it in.
Up next to the Giants, right fielder Josh Burrow.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Devers, the lead runner at second. Lee at first. One gone. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. Elliot Ramos to the plate now with a chance to come up big. Golden opportunity right here.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
0-1.
Ball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That one not close. Ball 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out.
Up next for the Giants, the designated hitter, Bryce Eldridge.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Hard hit left side. Henderson over to first in time. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Bottom of the 4th, now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And there's a foul ball. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-2. Ball 1 there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To the right side, Devers. He steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Orioles, designated hitter, Daniel Basayo.
Ball.
The 1-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
outside, and it's 2-2. That one missed. On the ground, and that's just foul. 3-2. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Up next for the Orioles.
Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. He's 0 for 1. That one fouled off. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
Right side, hard hit. Over to Adames. And that is that.
Here comes the mic when I come through. Here comes the mic when I come through. Get up, stand up, get things better. Nothing's gonna change if you give up.
Back here in Baltimore and digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Well, these Giants just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
No, that's a ball. Hey.
Strike 2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Out number 2. Back to the top of the order. Now the third baseman, Matt Chapman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Castro moving under this one. And that's the third out.
When I look into your eyes, I feel like I'm in paradise. And even when the sun rises.
New arm for the Giants, Michael Fulmer.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Left fielder, Willie Castro.
Ball.
Ah, that hit him.
Time. It got
and
him.
the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Orioles.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Swing and a foul out of play. Quick toss to first. Castro dives back in safely. Fulmer, the former rookie of the year. He throws a cutter, a four-seamer, a sinker, a changeup, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. Got him swinging.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. Man at second. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. This one could be trouble. Castro around third. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2. Round second, digging for third. The throw to third, and he's out, trying for 3. Here's Pete Alonso.
No.
Just
outside.
missed.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
And that is out of play.
Ball
Just
3.
missed. That's a walk.
That's a ball. Take
Went
your
with
base.
the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone.
Next for the Orioles, right fielder, Colton Cowser.
No, off the plate.
The
Ball
changeup missing,
inside.
and it's 2-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Gets to it with a slide. Fires to first. In the dirt. And he can't hang on to it. Almost a fantastic play. First and second. 2 outs. Adley Rutschman will hit next. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate.
Ball outside.
Just
no.
missed. And
Ball
another
3.
ball. And they're all
That's a
loaded
ball.
up.
Take your base.
Challenge from behind the dish here.
Up next for the Orioles, designated hitter.
And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. The 3-1. And that'll
Ball
load
4.
the
Take your
bases.
base.
Up next for the Orioles.
Now on the bump, Jose Buto.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Ball.
And
No.
this is inside.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
In the air to left center. Adames under it. And that is the inning.
Been pulled down by gravity.
We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Yennier Cano. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Devers now, 1 for 2. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
That pitch just misses the inside corner. Ball 1. And that skips into dirt. Got him swinging. 1 away. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot. His first homer of the year, and they cut into the lead. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate.
One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. The 2-1. That one drifts inside. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
Up next for the Giants,
Josh Lowe, the next Giant to hit. First offering. Runner goes. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That's outside. Ball 2.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter in the back of the mind. You're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work. Stay in the middle of the field.
And ball 4 to aboard.
up next for the Giants, left fielder Orioles.
Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
And that's a base hit. Fires it to the plate, and he's out.
On the tag. Out.
Coming on for the Orioles, A.J. Minter.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Digging in, Bryce Eldridge.
Ball.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Back now at Oriole Park and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Slice down the right side. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Got him. One away, bottom of the sixth.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, and 2 now. Ball one there. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Orioles,
2 down, base is empty. Willie Castro, the next to hit.
Ball 1. Ball.
Strike 1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
2 down, nobody on. And that one almost got him. Fights it off. You'll see another. And a payoff pitch. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. We go to the top of the 7th, and digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Outside, ball.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
D-Rod.
Check swing called strike. And the count 1 and 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One, 2 now. Way high.
Ball 2.
Sits him down looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
That two-seamer's heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Ball, no.
The Orioles holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
Way out front for strike 2. Off the mark there. Full count now. Swings, and this one's flared. And that will fall. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Looped that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap a little bit, but he made it work for him.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Here comes the 0-1.
No.
Chapman gets a piece there.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Pitch
Ball.
misses there, and the count now even up. Out towards right center field. Cowser on the move. Makes the grab.
Now pitching for
Pete
the
Fairbanks into the game.
Orioles.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Devers stands in now and watches strike one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And the 0-2. Got him. That's the third out.
Now pitching for San
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Keaton Wynn.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
No, that's a ball.
Wynn, a 6'4" righty. He features a splitter, a four-seamer, a sinker, and he works in a slider. Right through there for a strike.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That's foul.
On the ground, out to short. Slinging it to first in time. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson.
Hey.
Sliced hard but foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there are two outs.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. That's in for a strike at 95. 0-2. Just missed.
Down.
In the air, left field. Ramos under it, and that'll do it.
I'm thinking something like running out the back door, jump in the car, drive out to the country underneath the stars, turn a little music on the radio, do a little dancing.
Back here in Baltimore, ready to begin the 8th. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit.
Ball.
Jet swing went around, and the count 1-1. On the ground, right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Ground ball, left side. Throw is low, and he can't hang on safe.
Up next for the Giants, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
On the ground to third. Off balance feed, there's one. A sensational double play. Bases empty after the double play. Josh Lowe now at the plate. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. In the air to left center. Castro settles underneath it, and that is that.
Rolling down the highway, get on board. Down the Mississippi Valley, starting in the north.
Back now at Oriole Park. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Colton Cowser. And that one ripped to left. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Orioles, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Cowser aboard here at first with nobody out. So now 1-2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Next offering is down low. Just off the outside edge, and an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. Three-two on the way. On the outside corner, got him looking. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still two challenges left for them. Samuel Vasallo will hit next.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've already earned 5 walks in the game, and of course, that's provided them with a lot of run-scoring opportunities.
Here's a 2-0. That's a little bit low.
Yep.
First and second, no outs. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is fouled back. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Battling here as he fouls it away. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck, and makes the grab. Runner tags at second.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Puts a bunt down. Fitzgerald flips it, runs, scores, but a terrific play to get the out. So here's Robert now.
Robert Jr.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Ahoy!
Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it.
Ball.
But he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Felix Bautista.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Ball.
Hit hard, base hit. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Up next for the Giants, the designated hitter.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swings through that one. The Orioles trying to close out a 2-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Called out on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good take.
That smash towards center. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Ahoy!
They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long